We hope you now understand your critical role in influencing your community's energy future, as well as some of the tools at your disposal. But how does this role and these tools play out in the practice of community energy planning? Let's hear what our experts have to say.
For me, community energy planning really focuses on kind of the intersection between land use planning, economic development opportunities, environmental planning and environmental management, as well as like social and community development. So it's kind of like there are all these pieces that are coming together. So you want to make sure that you have the built environment and infrastructure that is going to be possibly, that's going to be, how do I want to say this? You want to make sure that you have the infrastructure that can adapt to the changing climate, but you also want to make sure that you are trying to mitigate those climate risks in the first place. So I think that's really where sort of the land use planning and the technical aspects come into place. So modeling things like what kind of changes can we expect in our area? What are some things that we can do based on best practices in other regions that are similar to ours? So I think that there's really that technical component, but then I've also seen a lot of the community element around things like economic development strategies, trying to keep energy dollars in the community so that it's really about maintaining local ownership over resources and ensuring that things like community programming can go forward and can continue to thrive. So when you're looking at facility-specific updates or adaptation measures that you can take, you're also thinking about how that money then can be spent on things like parks and recreation and other opportunities for residents, businesses, and tourists alike.
For me, community energy planning really comes down to a couple of key three things, really, I think for a lot of people. One, at the end of the day, it's a plan people can relate to. Two, it's a plan that people can actually buy into, meaning that they are actually part of that plan. And that is not easy. You want people to actually be able to feel that they are able to drive one of those key actions or activities together so they can relate to it. And three, you want it to also be able to, at the end of the day, try its best to actually help inform your decision making. So with all that said, in terms of what it can do, what it actually is about is helping to really set forward a pathway for how you can most effectively manage both your energy objectives and your greenhouse gas emissions in a coordinated approach, often among several key enablers: utilities, gas, electric, thermal, and independent, local government itself, but also the real estate community, the broader sector who's involved in the actual building, but also possibly the retrofit of buildings. And how you pull that all together in a coordinated manner is what that plan is really about. It's how do you actually get all of those different groups to work together in the hopes that those three particular outcomes can be achieved. Something that can guide you, something that you can act on, and something that you can actually believe in and drive.